Yesterday, Wizards had their full-length video on both of the Commander decks, and explaining all the new cards, as well as showing some of the notable reprints. The face Commander is Ashling the Limitless, 2 in a red for a 2/3 elemental sorcerer. Ashling gives elemental spells you cast from your hand evoke 4, and whenever you sacrifice a non-token elemental, create a token that's a copy of it. The token gains haste until end of turn. At the beginning of your next end step, sacrifice it unless you pay WUBRG. So her as your commander is really about getting a lot of ETBs. The secondary commander is Massive Mysteries. For WUBRG, you get a 5/5 elemental with First Strike, Vigilance, and Trample. And at the beginning of combat on your turn, another target elemental you control gains Myriad until end of turn. This definitely plays very well into Ashling, because you're able to evoke Massive Mysteries for less than the WUBRG, as well as get the trigger when you do go into combat. I do think Massive Mysteries is a little bit harder as the commander, because you need all 5 colors to actually pull it off, but I do think that it is a very strong card once you do get it on board. This deck does have some very notable reprints, like Endurance, Omnath, Locus of the Royal, Kindred Summons, and the first time in a very long time, Timeless Lotus. This deck also introduces a cycle of elemental incarnations that really are big late game changers. We have Subterfuge, 4 and a blue for a 3/5 that gives a creature flying and allows you to draw as many cards as you do damage to a player. Belonging, 5 and a white for a 6/6 that creates 3 1/1 colorless shapeshifter tokens. Limitation, 5 and a black for a 5/4 that allows you to destroy target creature an opponent controls and you gain 3 life. Jubilation, 5 and a green for a 5/5. When this creature enters, creatures you control gain +2/+2 and trample until end of turn. Lastly, we have Impulsivity, 6 and a red for a 7/5. When this creature enters, you may cast target instant or sorcery card from a graveyard without paying its mana cost. If that spell would be put into a graveyard, exile it instead. As a reminder, if you have Ashling on board and use her ability, any of these ETBs would be doubled. And they all have Encore, 6 or 7 generic, and 2 pips of their color. So you're able to exile it from the graveyard and then create up to 3 token copies of the card. I'm definitely picking it up. What are your thoughts on this deck?